And there you see Caitlin Peterson leading the conference thus far on the season at just under 22.5 points per contest, as it is Saturday afternoon basketball and conference action is now underway. As UCF armored in whites here this afternoon, TCU in the road blacks. As just one loss on the season here for the Horned Frogs. That came against third-ranked South Carolina. In early stages, Chandler Roberts. They're being greeted downstairs by Emma-Nnopu of TCU as head coach Satia Messer, year number 3 here in Orlando. As the Knights will be shorthanded here today as no Hannah Gusters, the star center for the Knights. As the freshman Emily Rodriguez off the mark, as you see the starting 5 there for one of the top teams here in America at TCU. And transition the opposite direction. As Nevaeh Brown able to strike first. As the Knights looking to try to bounce back, BJ, after getting dispatched earlier this week to High Point.
Yeah, absolutely. But attacking early in transition is one of those things that the Knights are going to have to look to be very aggressive in, because if you allow this TCU half-court defense to get set up, it can be really difficult to score against.
One of the top offenses in the country, this being TCU, and on the slash, that is Taylor Bigby with the score as they hit the century mark last time out, a 103-64 victory over Samford earlier this week.
And Coach Campbell's team does a great job of driving closeouts, right? They want to get those three-point attempts up, but if you close out too hard on the triple, they have no problem putting the ball on the floor and attacking the rim.
Here's Bigby once again as she gets her shot contested, gets it back. It is now in the hands of Hailey Van Lith, the former LSU Tiger as well as Louisville Cardinal. Corner pocket triple, Bigby. Too strong offensive rebound, Prince, and she'll get fouled on the arm. As the aforementioned Satia Messer has had nearly a decade of Big 12 experience there with Kim Mulkey at Baylor. And now in year number 2 in Fort Worth, Mark Campbell as one of the largest turnarounds in the country a year ago. He has done a remarkable job, BJ, here in just over a year and a half.
But land themselves a high seed in the big dance.
And is one of the top recruiters in the nation as the freshman striking from distance. That's Emily Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, one of the standout freshmen for the Knights. We know in big-time moments she is not scared to take big shots in big games.
And it comes to Van Lith. And weaving and dropping the pass off. Count the bucket.
2-foot jump stop, pivot, Jalen Brunson style, and then find the cutting Prince. That's a terrific catch to be able to receive that basketball, then go up and convert the and one bucket.
One of the top distributors in America. That woman right there is averaging 6.5 dimes on the season, as we'll get a little three-quarter court pressure here from Mark Campbell. Knight's able to snap it. Here is Stedman in the corner. Offensive rebound, play on, go the Knights. And now Rodriguez on the left side with the right hand. And TCU will clear it and bring it up the floor. A squad that's averaging 84 points per contest. And a 3.
Emma-Nnopu is a near 40% three-point shooter on the season.
Top three-point shooting team in the Big 12, and now defense to offense, and the easy score from Madison Conner, the senior from Chandler, Arizona. And just like that, an 11-5 TCU advantage. And we have yet to see Caitlin Peterson here for the Knights, the league's top scorer. Will come off the bench this afternoon as too strong to go to. And now TCU quickly up into the half court.
That's one of those plays Kyle Nagodu converted the other night against High Point, her 22-point, 12-rebound outing.
A two-woman game. Sedona Prince, the senior from Liberty Hill, Texas. Against Samford, back in the lineup here today for Mark Campbell.
Yeah, but at 6'7", being a 70% free throw shooter.
A shot clock now at 7. Quick reset here for the Knight offense. High post. It's Nagodu. She'll challenge, and a whistle.
Where TCU's athleticism and talent can really take over. They're going to want to play deep into that shot clock.
Who's stepping up big time in the absence of Ashola Cott last time out for UCF. 22 points, 12 rebounds. She'll get 1 of 2 and an offensive board by Nevaeh Brown, and then she'll get fouled. And splitting defenders, Summer Yancey, as a circus shot flips it over the left-hand side. Here comes the skip, stepping into it. That's Conner, and the sharpshooter is able to connect on her second. BJ's my hype man most days, especially during the holidays. And here's a 3 by Nick Brown. Madonu trying to track it down, but running out of hardness. The 5th overall meeting here in the series, 66-60 last year from Fort Worth. Prince is back in the game, and she goes to work. And now Brown off the dribble. The pull-up jumper up and good.
Van Lith did a great job of staying between the ball and the basket.
Van Lith, she hoists and she makes. Brown down the boulevard with the left hand. The scoop shot won't fall. Ngodu is there to clean things up.
She's really going to have to step up and be even bigger without the Knights' traditional center.
Well, and Ashola Cott, who missed last game. Here's Hunter. There's now 8 seconds on the shot clock, and blowing past her woman, that was Taylor Bigby.
Bigby attacks the rim. I mean, they're just really complete offensively.
Second year in the program for UCF, one of the prize recruits a season ago for Satia Messer.
And here it is again, Scott's going to see a 1-3-1 zone with a dang ring at the top, just trying to throw off the flow and the rhythm of TCU offensively, right? Make it a little harder to get the ball down to Sedona Prince. Hardest part about a 1-3-1 zone is getting the rebound.
Catch and fire right in front of the Knight bench. Madison Conner, her 3rd triple of the quarter.
Corner's always a weak spot of a 1-3-1 zone, but boy, Madison Conner is just a pure shooter, isn't it? I mean, that ball's not touching the rim, Scott. It's going straight through the net.
Here for TCU, one of the top shooters in all of college basketball.
I mean, to shoot the percent she does on about 9 attempts a game, Scott, is just ridiculous.
Came in 44% good from distance. Unheard of. She's got the orange atop. Madison Conner, who, by the way, BJ, is the top free throw shooter on the team. You don't say.
Yeah, that would have been
Go figure.
My guess. Yeah, if I didn't do any prep, you asked me who was the best free throw shooter on the team, I would definitely have chose Madison Conner.
Final 4 seconds. Stutter step. Here is Brown. She lets it go, but unable to fall, and that'll do it for the first 10 minutes of basketball. And a 2-touchdown lead right now here for TCU.
Is that a CFP College Football Saturday reference or just coincidence?
I'll tell you what, BJ, you are extremely, extremely quick. Speaking of quick, another one from the holster of Conner. Has 12 points for the talented senior. And the freshman for the Knights, Rodriguez, looking for help now in the hands of Stedman. That shot clock, sub 10 seconds. Into the corner, Brown, her triple is up, and it is good for Nay Brown. Van Lith looking to go to work. The draw and kick into the corner, the triple, Emma-Nnopu, and there is the follow. As TCU harassing and drawing the foul, Yancey on Madison Conner. And now Summer Yancey off the bench, just hasn't been out on the floor just yet. And so Yancey able to do the damage from the free throw line, but the Horned Frogs still here in control. And a good look again, Conner, you betcha. If there's an open look, she's going to knock it down as Rodriguez. It was contested by Taylor. Licking her chops there. Give me another open look. I'm going to knock it down.
Well, you really enjoy the unselfishness that they play with, though, right? When she has it going, her teammates are not hesitant to get up off it and find her.
And there's a bucket by Van Lith, is able to knock it home. And it comes to Angui. and she keeps it high and is able to get the strike down low.
That's a really nice job of UCF attacking that full court pressure, able to find Gui underneath the rim. She kept it high when she received it and went up with it.
Nnopu 3, no, but there is a
scenarios.
Young freshman for Setia. Limited numbers in the front court in terms of bodies with Ashola Cott and Hannah Gusters.
Because, Hannah Gusters was about 31 minutes per game, Scott, for the Knights handling the interior action.
In the meantime, Prince now in double figures here for TCU, both her and Conner. And challenging is Emily Rodriguez.
With their weak hand the same as they can with their strong hand, are usually some of the better players in the game.
2 of 10 from the field. She'd been a double-figure scorer here in her freshman campaign. Talking to Coach Campbell prior to the game, that has been one of the things he's been really impressed with. The 3 launched by Hunter is the fact that these ladies have come together so quickly in this new age of college basketball.
Exactly. When the big 3 got together with LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh, right, it took that unit a while. So the way that this group has built chemistry on the floor for the past 3 or 4 seasons, dating back to her time at Louisville, and then obviously the last recent season she spent with Kim Mulkey at LSU, Leith point guard, and then they obviously have that force inside with Sedona Prince. So, this team has been put together very, very well. All the pieces mesh.
The portal acquisitions have been huge here for the Horned Frogs. Blocked shot. As now TCU running in transition, not to be outdone, however, is Nay Brown flying in.
And the floor, we know that Caitlin Peterson is the best offensive player for the Knights, but Hannah Gusters, right, find her, let's play inside-out basketball. So it's a real challenge for the Knights this afternoon without her services.
Speaking of Caitlin Peterson, Knights have still yet to see her on the floor. Meantime, coughing it up. Here's Conner eyeing a 3.
She gets her feet under her real well, right? She gets on balance every time she shoots the basketball, as Emily Rodriguez is going to be fouled.
And dare I say, poetic. Here, 18 first half point regulation. She would score 41 points. Throw a variety of looks here against TCU. Shot clock at 5. Stepping out is Prince. Long rebound. Out it comes to Rodriguez. Will she challenge? She will wait, however, for the cavalry. The TCU defense able to retreat. And here's Ashola Cott splitting defenders, and you see she plays with that ankle brace the last game out against High Point, and she would be a late scratch for that basketball game. And then you couple that with Caitlin Peterson missing. That's nearly 30 points of offense for UCF, as well as nearly 10 rebounds.
I mean, it's arguably the Knights' 3 most important players.
Man, Lith, as tough move, little English off the glass with the left hand from the southpaw.
Yeah, just has a great feel for the game, right? She knows when to score, she knows when to pass. She has a great feel for how to play the point guard position, but a lot of that just comes with her experience. She does a really nice job of timing up her blocks and preventing her body from causing fouls.
Averaging nearly 4 blocks per contest. 95 ticks before the half. Conner catching fire. The 3. Offensive rebound certainly was. Back out it comes. Van Lith is able.
Off the rim and then find Van Lith for the triple.
8 3-point make for the Horned Frogs. High up off the glass. Summer Yancey with a woman in her mug. And now the final 60 ticks. Conner this time taking her woman off the dribble. There's so many weapons here for Mark Campbell's ladies. There's 8 triples already here on the game. The handoff is going to get knocked away. That's Bigby. And over and back. And now look to put an exclamation on this first half from Orlando. The pass, however, going to get knocked down. And UCF going to look for points. Is Brown is able to lay it up and in. So off the deflection, Knights get some offense.
The kickoff of conference play. A lot will have to get played out over the next few months, but what you're seeing here today is the best offense in the Big 12, in my opinion.
And what a turnaround it has been for the Horned Frogs here. Year number 2 for Mark Campbell. As the Knights trying to get the scoring underway to begin the third quarter, but errant on that initial attempt. As UCF 38% good from the floor in the first half. And no Hannah Gusters, no Caitlin Peterson here today for UCF. So we thought we might see Peterson there to begin this basketball game, but that has not been the case just yet. There's a whistle against the Knights. TCU near bucket side left. And the possession will continue on. Madison Conner working the two-woman game, excellently executed.
Excellently executed the out of bounds, the high ball screen action. Is that what you were getting at?
What he said. Excellently executed by B.J. Taylor.
Well, that's just good action, but it's Hailey Van Lith was coming up on the other side, and Summer Yancey just didn't want to leave her.
And Summer Yancey, or make that Emily Rodriguez with the score, quickly flying the other direction. Knights sleeping, and Taylor Bigby off the UCF score. TCU able to get points. And now gives it right back to the Horned Frogs. Turnovers a problem in that first half for the Knights, as the Horned Frogs able to turn 8 UCF turnovers into 10 points. Van Lith top the circle.
And just hesitated a little bit on that one. Wasn't sure if she really wanted to let it go.
Second chance opportunity, and there is Prince from Conner and Roberson. There's 3 minutes into this third quarter. Here's Rodriguez as she takes a little contact.
For her to get that shot off.
Double figures for the freshman with 11 points. And now Nnopu with the steal. Up it comes Castagne in transition. Got 10 points, matches her jersey number. Now in inside it comes to Merrill. Merrill muscling. Merrill flicks it up over the shoulder.
Great move right there from Deasia Merrill to use her body. Real strong play. Just was able to get Kyler Nnopu off balance and create herself an angle to finish at the rim.
Back up big for Mark Campbell, one-time Kentucky Wildcat. Summer Yancey off the dribble, elevates and gets. There's 8 points tonight here for Summer Yancey.
Well, we've said it once and we'll say it again, Scott. It hasn't been the offense for UCF tonight that's been the trouble. It's been this end of the floor. The Knights' offense has been good. TCU's offense has just been great.
Just waves of different ways to score the basketball, as Deasia Merrill did not score in that first half. Stepping out is Nnopu with the mid-range. And we trade baskets back and forth. And it was a 20-point lead for TCU at the half. Van Lith falling away.
Yeah, great read from Van Lith.
Rodriguez dumps it in. Akot back out. Rodriguez hoisting from Oviedo. And that's titles. And now doing it here at TCU. Year number 2 on the top, at least ranked team for the Big 12. TCU here holding at number 12. Robertson driving. Robertson strike here in this third stanza. There's Summer Yancey in there on the wing. Now the dribble pull-up. And into the hands of Conner. And the head on a swivel for the senior. Will drop it in. And there is Merrill running the floor, getting rewarded. And is on the trail.
Well, that's one of the underrated part of Conner's game, right? This player averages 4 assists per game, so they're more than capable of creating and setting up their teammates, which is something that TCU is going to need more as they play stiffer competition. Nice mid-range jump shot from Neve Brown.
And she does numerous times on a regular basis. And now showing the mid-range. Allie Steadman goes to the corner. Brown shot clock at 7. Now Emily Rodriguez going to try to create. As Rodriguez 1 second and unable. She didn't recognize it. Shot clock violation. Just 1 loss on the season. Looking in a conference opening win out here on the road. As now Van Lith split defenders. 4 seconds into the corner. 3 ball. That was short, but the retrieval is there for Sedona Prince. who scores 6 points here in the quarter. Van Lith, one of the top distributors in the country, has 6.5 to begin this game. And is here tonight, has 6 for head coach Mark Campbell. These ladies are looking to go to 12-1. At the same time, get their first conference victory here of the season as a traveling violation going to be called. Don't see that too often.
Yeah. And now over in the Big 12 has continued that success. So Coach Bobsford takes over a up-and-coming.
Saying anything you can do, I too can do.
Yeah, nice recovery from the Charlotte Cotton. I thought Emma-Nnopu was going to finish that play.
Here is Nnopu. She'll try a 3 and get a 3. Straightaway triple is errantly short here today.
And so many of those plays, they found each other. I mean, Van Lith found Madison Conner for a couple triples. You've seen both Conner and Van Lith find Sedona Prince for plays for her to make opportunities at the rim. So as you see another one, right?
And UCF will get a refreshment there on the shot clock as 6 minutes remaining here in the contest. Emily Rodriguez is able to score at home as the drive. Good to see Madison Conner back out onto the floor as Knight's getting into the passing lanes nearly with a steal, but keeping it alive is Emma-Nnopu. And there is Madison Conner with another bullet in the chamber.
And this isn't hyperbole, Scott. And you see Madison Conner just knock down another triple. This is the truth. This is the best shooter I've seen all year long, right? And you know I do work in both the men's and the women's games, right? Nationally. This is the best shooter, Scott, that I've seen all season long. And I'm telling you, somebody's going to really have to come along to take her away from the top spot. Yeah, if we're going to nitpick the 2 things that have been a challenge for TCU today, they haven't taken care of the basketball the way they traditionally do, and they've had a few defensive fouls that Coach Campbell's going to want to clean up, and just in terms of reaching and being a little too handsy.
And nitpick being the operative phrase
nitpick,
there.
Yeah, exactly. We know how coaches are, though, right? As Hailey Van Lith knocks down a nice little mid-range jump shot, we know how coaches are. They're going to find something to fix. And again, and they do, right? This team has aspirations of a Big 12 title, right? Those issues and those little nitpicking, kind of things that we're highlighting right now won't be a problem, obviously, today. But if they want to win a Big 12 title and knock off, Kansas State, knock off Baylor. Primarily, Scott, as Donovan Hunter's going to attack the rim and almost convert, Aaliyah Robertson, removing those 2 from the game. In the South Carolina game, Hailey Van Lith had 21 points of the 52. It was really Madison Conner who just couldn't get it going in that game and have her usual impact, right? So if you want to slow down this TCU offense, areas they can go, and then big picture for the Knights, the biggest thing is getting everyone healthy and getting everyone back. They have got to get everyone back on the floor, back together. It's the way you play stylistically, game in and game out. Having that consistent unit that you can depend on as a coach is so important, because you got to know what you have night in and night out.
There's that duo there in their final campaign, looking to put TCU into the postseason. And they will have one final non-conference dance before they square off against Colorado and the Buffaloes. They'll play on the 29th of December back at home in Fort Worth against Brown, whereas UCF next game will be on January 1st against another top 15 opponent in West Virginia as Robertson.
Even more important for the Knights to be at full strength, because those games are tough enough when you're fully loaded, right? When you have all your weapons, it's just that more challenging without them.
As UCF will have about 10 days to get ready for that contest. And the aforementioned Jovanovic off the bench, able to get the jumper to fall, and now the final 15 seconds of basketball as we will hear from a TCU Horned Frog at the conclusion of this one, as Danielle Strong will be standing by with who I would imagine, BJ, might be Madison Conner or Sedona Prince. As that'll do it, the final ticks here from Orlando, and TCU for the second consecutive year in a row will improve to 12-1 on the season.